If you think being a crown prince is all palaces, oil money, and ordering people around, think again. Join us for a romp through the daily grind of Prince Salman, or as you may know him, MBS, the man juggling royal duties while living larger than life. From rousing himself from plushy beds fit for a sultan to squeezing into bespoke designer digs, no diamond-crusted challenge is too great. Buckle up for a wild ride through palaces, parties, and perhaps a few unexpected camel encounters. Daily routine and responsibilities. In the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, where tradition and modernity meet, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman stands as a pivotal figure. His royal duties extend far beyond ceremonial appearances, encompassing a vast array of responsibilities that shape the nation's present and future. At the break of dawn, the golden sun lights up the deserts of Saudi Arabia, and Prince Mohammed bin Salman starts his day. He begins with a quiet prayer, showing his strong faith and getting ready for a busy day as a leader. After praying, he exercises to stay fit and sharp, a physical manifestation of his determination to lead his nation with strength and vitality. The preferred exercise for the Crown Prince is basketball. As he believes it is safer than soccer, he plays basketball for about 1 hour and then starts his day. As the morning goes on, the palace becomes a lively place. Breakfast is a strategic affair, not just a meal, but a meeting of minds. Advisors, ministers, and confidants gather around the table, where the aroma of Arabic coffee mingles with the undercurrents of power. Here, MBS listens intently, his sharp gaze dissecting the reports and briefings that will shape the day's agenda. The prince's breakfast is a mix of old traditions and new health knowledge. His diet is meticulously crafted by a team of dedicated dietitians, ensuring that each meal is a perfect balance of health and indulgence. Fresh fruits handpicked from the royal orchards offer a burst of vitality, while a selection of nuts provides a crunchy contrast, rich in essential fats. A vibrant smoothie with the freshest berries' colors delivers a surge of energy, a liquid embodiment of the prince's dynamic approach to life. As the Crown Prince savors the flavors of his breakfast, he contemplates the day ahead. Each bite is not merely sustenance, but a moment of reflection, a pause in a day filled with decisions that shape the destiny of a nation. The magnificence of the dining hall fades into the background as the prince prepares to shoulder the responsibilities that await him. As the day unfolds, the Crown Prince engages in a series of meetings with advisors, ministers, and international delegates. The afternoon is a time when MBS's vision for a modern Saudi Arabia takes a tangible form as he engages with the public and oversees the implementation of his social reforms. In the heart of the city, MBS might be found inaugurating a new cultural center or attending a groundbreaking ceremony for an infrastructure project. Each appearance is carefully choreographed to signal progress and prosperity under his leadership. His presence at such events is not merely ceremonial, but a powerful endorsement of the changes sweeping through the nation. Whether hosting foreign dignitaries or leading a council meeting, MBS embodies the gravitas of his position, representing Saudi Arabia's interests with a keen awareness of the kingdom's place in a rapidly changing world. The afternoon wanes with the sun shining at its brightest. It signifies lunch, the main meal in Saudi culture. A typical midday feast might include kabsa, a fragrant rice dish with meat, often chicken or lamb, seasoned with a blend of spices unique to the region, a spread enough to carry the Crown Prince through the rest of the day. As the sun dips below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the desert landscape, Prince Mohammed bin Salman's official duties begin to wind down. The evening offers a shift from the rigors of statecraft to moments of rest and cultural engagement, essential for a leader bearing the mantle of such vast responsibilities. The evening is a time for reflection, relaxation, and personal pursuits. Within the palace, MBS finds solace in the company of his family. Away from the relentless pace of governance, he can embrace his role as a husband and father. Family dinners are an essential part of his evening, a time when the prince can engage in the lives of his loved ones, sharing stories and laughter amidst the grandeur that surrounds them. While the specifics of these meals are kept private, it's known that the royal palate favors the finest cuisines, and one can imagine a spread that includes both traditional Saudi dishes and international delicacies, reflective of the kingdom's increasingly global outlook. The Crown Prince's personal interests and hobbies also come to the forefront during these hours. Known for his keen interest in technology and innovation, MBS might explore the latest advancements or discuss new ideas that could further propel Saudi Arabia into the future. His passion for his country's development is not limited to the boardroom. It extends into his personal time, where he strategizes and dreams of possibilities. Yet even in these moments of leisure, the weight of leadership is never fully set aside. MBS is known to delve into historical texts and leadership tomes, seeking wisdom from the past to inform his vision for the future. His intellectual curiosity is a testament to his desire to lead with knowledge and insight. As the day concludes, the role of meals in Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's daily life becomes clear. Each meal is not just a time to eat, but a strategic pause that fuels his body and mind for the tasks at hand. As he retires for the night, the importance of these meals in supporting his leadership and well-being is evident, marking the end of another day dedicated to the service of his nation. As the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, Mohammed bin Salman holds several key positions that reflect his influence and commitment to the kingdom's advancement. As the Deputy Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, he oversees the nation's defense strategies and military operations, ensuring the security and stability of the kingdom. His role as the Prime Minister places him at the helm of the government, steering policies and initiatives that drive economic growth and social reform. His roles extend to the economic realm as the chair of the Economic Development Board. He organizes strategic plans to bolster the economy and attract foreign investment. His vision for a diversified economy is encapsulated in the ambitious Vision 2030 program, which aims to reduce Saudi Arabia's dependence on oil and develop public service sectors. This initiative is a blueprint for public service sector's growth and a pivot towards a more varied economic landscape. The Crown Prince's schedule is filled with high-level meetings that underscore Saudi Arabia's role on the global stage. From chairing cabinet sessions to engaging with international delegates, his diplomatic endeavors are crucial in forging alliances and promoting peace. His participation in the United Nations General Assembly and collaboration with organizations like the Arab League and the European Union highlight his commitment to addressing regional and global challenges. As Deputy Supreme Commander, the Crown Prince is instrumental in shaping the military and security policies of the kingdom. His oversight ensures the readiness of the armed forces and the National Guard, safeguarding the nation's sovereignty and stability. The Crown Prince also chairs the Supreme Committee for Natural Resources and Economic Security, focusing on the sustainable use of the kingdom's resources. Under his leadership, significant strides have been made in oil exploration, contributing to the discovery of the largest oil field in Bahrain's history. With an eye on the future, the Crown Prince leads the High Urban Planning Committee, setting strategies for the development of urban areas to ensure sustainable growth. His presidency over the Civil Service Council reflects his dedication to improving government performance and modernizing public services. The royal duties of Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman are a testament to his many-sided role as a leader. Each day he navigates a labyrinth of official responsibilities, from economic development to international diplomacy and defense strategy to urban planning. His engagements, whether in closed-door meetings or public appearances, are not mere formalities but pivotal moments that contribute to the kingdom's prosperity and stability. Through his actions and decisions, the Crown Prince embodies the aspirations of a nation poised for transformation. His leadership is a beacon that guides Saudi Arabia toward a future of innovation, security, and global prominence. Luxurious lifestyle and cultural engagement. To Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, luxury is not merely an aspect of life. It is the very air that flows through his existence. His world is one where the glory of the past meets modern luxury, a testament to a life less ordinary. The crown jewel of his luxurious collection is the Serene, a super yacht that is a floating palace in its own right. Acquired for the sum of $400 million, the Serene is a testament to the Crown Prince's love for the sea and the finer things in life. This vessel is not just a mode of transport, but a symbol of royal extravagance, stretching over 134 meters of Italian craftsmanship. The Serene's interior is as lavish as its exterior, boasting facilities that rival those of a five-star resort. With swimming pools, each offering a different aquatic experience, and an underwater viewing room, guests can immerse themselves in the ocean's depths without ever getting wet. The health spa and saltwater pool provide relaxation for the body, while the outdoor cinema and nightclub entertain the soul. But the Serene's luxury does not end with its amenities. It features a snow room, something so rare even among the most luxurious yachts, where guests can experience the thrill of snowflakes falling in the middle of the ocean. The yacht's capacity to accommodate 24 guests in 12 cabins with private decks and a crew of 52 in 30 cabins makes it a floating sanctuary for the elite. Beyond the waves, Mohammed bin Salman's love for extravagance extends to his terrestrial holdings. The Chateau Louis XIV, a $300 million property located west of Paris, is a modern-day castle that redefines luxury living. This chateau, built to mirror the grandeur of the 17th century, is equipped with state-of-the-art technology, allowing fountains, lights, and air conditioning to be controlled by the touch of an iPhone. The Chateau Louis XIV is not just a home, it is a fortress of splendor, with its sprawling gardens and intricate architecture. It stands as a monument to the Crown Prince's wealth and his ability to acquire the most exclusive properties in the world. Hanging within the walls of his luxurious abodes, Mohammed bin Salman owns a piece of history that is as priceless as it is controversial. The Salvator Mundi, a painting by the Renaissance master Leonardo da Vinci, was purchased for an astonishing $450 million. This artwork is more than a display of wealth. It is an investment in culture and a statement of the Crown Prince's commitment to owning a legacy. The acquisition of the Salvator Mundi, which once graced the interior of the Serene, was a bold move that placed Mohammed bin Salman at the center of the art world's attention. It is a masterpiece that links the past to the present, a treasure that the Crown Prince has added to his collection of rarities. Mohammed bin Salman's wealth is woven with threads of gold and stories of extravagance. His assets, from the Serene to the Chateau Louis XIV and the Salvator Mundi, are not just possessions but a narrative of a life lived in the upper echelons of society. They are a testament to the Crown Prince's place in the hierarchy of wealth, a position that few in the world can claim to hold. Another area where the prince doesn't spare any expense is his cars. For someone who has been reported not to care about cars, he owns some of the most luxurious cars in the world. The prince's car collection started with a focus on rarity and performance. Among the first to grace his private garage was the Bugatti Veyron, a marvel of engineering that redefined the limits of speed and luxury. Valued at a whopping $10 million, the 8-liter quad-turbocharged W16 engine Veyron was more than a car. It was a rocket on wheels, propelling the prince into the group of elite car collectors. But the Veyron was just the beginning. MBS's appetite for exclusivity led him to the acquisition of a Lamborghini Veneno, one of only a handful ever made. The $7 million Veneno, with its otherworldly design and staggering performance figures, was a trophy that screamed rarity. Its 6.5-liter V12 engine, producing 750 horsepower, allowed it to sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour in a mere 2.8 seconds, a figure that still surprises enthusiasts to this day. As the collection grew, so did its diversity. MBS showed a keen interest in the fusion of tradition and technology, which led to the addition of the Aston Martin 177. Limited to 77 units, this car is a symbol of exclusivity and British engineering prowess. Valued at $2 million, its carbon fiber monocoque structure and handcrafted aluminum body are a nod to the meticulous craftsmanship that the prince values. The 177's V12 engine, producing 757 horsepower, is a testament to the mix of art and power that defines this collection. The cultural significance of these cars is further exemplified by the inclusion of the Porsche 918 Spider, a marvel of German innovation. The $2 million 918 Spider's hybrid technology represents the forward-thinking mindset that MBS embodies. It is a car that respects tradition while embracing the future, mirroring the Crown Prince's efforts to modernize his nation while honoring its past. The unique features of the Crown Prince's collection are not limited to their specifications. The vehicles are often personalized with touches that reflect their owner's status and taste. From custom paint jobs that shimmer to interiors that are tailored to the last stitch, these cars are as much a personal statement as they are modes of transportation. Each car is carefully selected to represent a facet of the prince's identity and the broader narrative of Saudi Arabia's ascent as a global powerhouse. The vehicles are not merely possessions, they are emblems of a nation's progress and a young leader's vision for the future. Mohammed bin Salman's influence extends far beyond the tangible luxury of yachts, rare artworks, expensive cars and estates. It reaches into the very cultural fabric of Saudi Arabia. As the architect of Vision 2030, the Crown Prince is not only redefining the kingdom's economic landscape but also reshaping its cultural identity. Vision 2030 is a bold and transformative plan, one that seeks to pivot the nation's reliance on oil to a more diversified economy. But at its core, it is also a cultural revolution aiming to open Saudi society to the arts, entertainment and the global community. The Crown Prince's initiatives have already begun to alter the cultural norms of a traditionally conservative society. The first brushstrokes of change were painted with bold and decisive actions. In a move that captured the world's attention, the prince decreed that the long-standing ban on cinemas would be lifted after 35 years of silence. The silver screens lit up once more, and the echoes of film dialogue reverberated through the halls, marking a monumental shift in the kingdom's entertainment landscape. Concurrently, the echoes of music, long muffled by strict regulations, began to resound in public spaces. Concerts featuring both international and local artists started to spring up, filling stadiums with the sound of cultural renaissance. The melodies transcended barriers, weaving together the threads of diverse genres, from classical Arabic tunes to the pulsating beats of pop music. The prince's vision extended beyond the realm of entertainment. In a historic decree, women were granted the right to drive, shattering a symbolic shackle that had long confined them to the passenger seat in their their own lives. This decree was more than a policy change. It was a signal of empowerment, a recognition of women's rightful place in the driver's seat of societal progress. Sports, too, became an arena for cultural engagement. Women were invited to attend football matches, a sight once unimaginable in the kingdom. The stadiums, once the exclusive domain of men, now resonated with the cheers of families united in their passion for the game. This integration of women into the public sphere of sports was a clear indication of the shifting societal norms under MBS's leadership. The Crown Prince's cultural initiatives were not confined to the borders of his own country. He reached out to the global stage, signaling Saudi Arabia's openness to the world. The kingdom was selected to host the World Expo in the 2030, a prestigious event that would showcase the nation's advancements and aspirations to an international audience. Amidst these sweeping changes, the prince also turned his gaze to the art world. The purchase of Leonardo da Vinci's Salvator Mundi by an associate of MBS was a statement of intent, positioning Saudi Arabia as a new hub for the arts. This acquisition was followed by the establishment of the Misk Art Institute under the guidance of MBS's foundation, further cementing the kingdom's commitment to cultural development. His vision for the future of Saudi Arabia was also reflected in his approach to heritage and tourism. The ambitious Red Sea project and the development of historical sites like Al Ula demonstrated his desire to showcase the kingdom's rich history and natural beauty to the world. These projects were not mere tourist attractions, but bridges connecting Saudi Arabia's past with its future, inviting the world to discover the kingdom's treasures. MBS's cultural overtures extended to the realm of architecture and urban development. The announcement of mega-projects like Neom, a futuristic city envisioned to be a hub of innovation and creativity, showcased the prince's commitment to crafting a modern identity for Saudi Arabia. This bold initiative promised to attract artists, thinkers and visionaries from around the globe, eager to contribute to a new vision of what a city could be. The Crown Prince's cultural diplomacy also manifested in the form of lavish exhibitions and cultural festivals. The kingdom hosted a constellation of stars from the international art scene, with events featuring renowned artists and performers. These gatherings were not mere entertainment, they were strategic displays of openness designed to challenge preconceived notions about Saudi society and to court the favor of the global elite. In tandem with these glittering events, MBS's Misk Foundation emerged as a leading platform for cultural exchange. The foundation's initiatives aim to foster creativity among the youth of Saudi Arabia, while also extending an olive branch to international communities. Through scholarships, workshops, and cultural collaborations, the Misk Foundation sought to build a network of global ambassadors for Saudi culture. Yet these initiatives were not without their critics. Some saw them as mere window dressing, a way to distract from the kingdom's more contentious policies. Others questioned the sincerity of the reforms, pointing to the simultaneous crackdown on dissent and the continued repression of voices that dared to challenge the status quo. Despite the controversies, the cultural engagement championed by Mohammed bin Salman continued to unfold, painting a picture of a nation in the throes of transformation. The prince's narrative was one of determination, where the pursuit of progress coexisted with the preservation of power. Brief history of the Crown Prince and his role as Prime Minister. Born into royalty on the 31st of August 1985, Prince Mohammed bin Salman Al Saud, known as MBS, was destined for a life far from ordinary. As the seventh son of King Salman, his path was etched in the history of a nation founded by his grandfather, King Abdulaziz. The young prince grew up in a world where tradition and modernity clashed and united, shaping his worldview and his destiny. Educated at King Saud University in Riyadh, Mohammed bin Salman earned a bachelor's degree in law, a foundation that would later underpin his understanding of governance and power. His early life was marked by a keen interest in the affairs of the state, and he spent much of his time under the tutelage of his father, absorbing the details of leadership and the weight of responsibility. As he stepped into the public eye, his initial political role was as advisor to his father, then the governor of Riyadh. His brightness did not go unnoticed, and his ascent within the political hierarchy was swift. By the time his father ascended the throne in 2015, Mohammed bin Salman's influence had grown significantly. He was appointed Minister of Defense, a role that thrust him onto the international stage and into the crucible of regional politics. In his capacity as Minister of Defense, he oversaw the Saudi-led intervention in Yemen, a decision that would become one of the most defining and contentious of his career. The prince's rise to power continued unabated when he was announced as the Deputy Crown Prince and second in line to the throne. His influence expanded further as he took on the role of the chairman of the Council of Political and Security Affairs, consolidating his control over both the economic and security apparatus of of the state. The world watched as this young prince, not yet in his 30s, began to reshape Saudi Arabia. His ambition was as vast as the Desert Kingdom itself, and in 2017 his rise reached a new zenith when he was named Crown Prince, becoming the de facto ruler of Saudi Arabia. With this newfound authority, Mohammed bin Salman embarked on a campaign to consolidate his power. He launched a sweeping anti-corruption purge that saw the arrest of princes, ministers and business tycoons. The Ritz-Carlton in Riyadh, a symbol of luxury and opulence, was transformed into a gilded prison for the country's elite. Assets worth billions were seized in a move that sent shockwaves through the corridors of power and signaled the prince's unyielding resolve to command absolute loyalty. For many Saudis, Mohammed bin Salman represented a beacon of hope, a promise of progress and modernization. He curtailed the powers of the religious police, a once feared institution, and took steps to dismantle the ultra-conservative clerical establishment that had long held sway over the kingdom's social and cultural life. In the spring of 2016, with the world's eyes fixed upon him, Prince Mohammed bin Salman unveiled a blueprint that would ambitiously redefine the future of Saudi Arabia. This blueprint, known as Vision 2030, was a strategic framework aimed at reducing the kingdom's dependence on oil, diversifying its economy, and developing public service sectors.
كان حجم الفائض من الدخل والنمو الاقتصادي أكثر ما كنا نطمح عليه مئات المرات، فولد انطباع بأنه النفط سوف يتكفل بكل احتياجاتنا في المملكة العربية السعودية.
At the heart of this vision lay a commitment to transform not just the economy, but the social fabric of Saudi society. The three pillars, a vibrant society, a thriving economy, and an ambitious nation, were each designed to support a comprehensive goal of creating a sustainable and diversified economy, providing a better quality of life for citizens, and elevating the kingdom's status on the world stage. The first pillar, a vibrant society, focused on fostering a rich cultural life, promoting healthy living, and building an environment where citizens could thrive. Key to this was the development of the entertainment sector, which saw the establishment of an entertainment authority that brought concerts, cinemas and cultural events to a population hungry for change. The lifting of the decades-long ban on female drivers and the opening of the first public cinema in 35 years were emblematic of the sweeping social reforms that were taking place. The second pillar, a thriving economy, aimed to create dynamic job opportunities for the burgeoning youth population, attract international investments, and increase non-oil industry trade. Central to this was the Public Investment Fund, which was positioned to become a global investment powerhouse, channeling funds into diverse sectors both at home and abroad. The launch of NEOM, a $500 billion futuristic city project, epitomized the scale of Mohammed bin Salman's economic ambitions. This mega-city, envisioned to operate independently of the existing governmental framework, was designed to be a hub for innovation and a beacon for the future of global living. The third pillar, an ambitious nation, sought to improve the effectiveness of governance. The introduction of e-government services aimed to streamline bureaucratic processes and foster transparency. The anti-corruption drive that saw the high-profile arrests was partially justified as a necessary measure to root out the systemic graft that could hinder the nation's progress. To raise the private sector's contribution to the GDP from 40% to 65%, to lower the unemployment rate from 11.6% to 7%, and to increase women's participation in the workforce from 22% to 30%. These targets were not just numbers. They represented a seismic shift in the kingdom's approach to its economy and society. The program was not without its critics, who pointed to the challenges of implementing such sweeping changes in a traditionally conservative society. Moreover, the ambitious economic projects required vast amounts of capital and faced logistical and practical hurdles. The plan to sell off a portion of the state-owned oil company, Saudi Aramco, in an initial public offering was a case in point, highlighting the complexities of untangling the kingdom's fortunes from the oil that had long been its lifeblood. Despite the challenges, Vision 2030 continued to be the cornerstone of Mohammed bin Salman's tenure as Crown Prince and Prime Minister. It was a vision that promised to usher in a new era for Saudi Arabia, one marked by innovation, openness and diversification. As the prince himself stated, it was a plan to transform the kingdom into a global investment powerhouse, a crossroads of important international trade routes, and a leader in the development of human capital and technological advancement. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's story is one of ambition and change. His rise to power has brought a wave of modernization to Saudi Arabia, challenging old norms and setting a new direction for the kingdom's future. His legacy continues to unfold, shaping a nation at the crossroads of tradition and progress. Did you enjoy this video? Click on any of the cards on your screen right now for similar content. Thank you.